What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Littleroot Laddering. We're continuing on with the Belly Drum Charizard team that we've seen the last couple episodes, and hoping we can rattle off a few wins here. So, this is going to be most likely my last video for Series 6, but that just means I get to play the first Series 7 teams, and not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited about it. So, here we see pretty hard Trick Room, and as we saw in the last video, we can kind of take care of Dusclops. Hatterene might be a different story though. So, Snorlax, Hatterene, Colossal, Grimmsnarl, Conkeldurr, and Dusclops. So I'm just gonna lead Urshifu, Sableye with Amoonguss and Primarina in the back. Primarina seems pretty great against Grimmsnarl, Colossal, Conkeldurr. Urshifu cleans up quite a bit here. And Amoonguss is going to put some stuff to sleep. So let's get to it. I don't know these names. Okay, Grimmsnarl, Colossal. Off the top of my head, I don't see a way how they trigger Colossal here. But I think what I want to do... So what happens if we just... do something like this? I think this is fine. Like, Grimmsnarl doesn't really threaten Primarina. Outside of, like Thunder Wave? Spirit Break would be annoying. I will admit that Spirit Break into Primarina would be pretty annoying, but I feel like they're going to target down the Urshifu because it seems to be the bigger threat here. We're going to see the Dynamax, presumably from Colossal. Or like, we could see G-Max Grimmsnarl here as well. It is Colossal. Not to be surprised there. But if we make Primarina, like if Primarina makes it out of this turn, it's probably correct to Dynamax it the next turn. Gonna set up Reflect. That doesn't matter when I'm Wicked Blowing, so... I mean, that's decent damage. All things considered, that's okay. We're gonna see a Max Quake getting that special defense boost into the Urshifu. Cool. So presumably going to see a light screen come up from the Grimmsnarl this turn. Yeah, plus one plus reflect. I mean, light screen. I don't know if we can. Let's find out. This is still 4 times effective. So there's a decent chance this is gonna really do some damage to them. The downside is this: if this doesn't take them out, then they get to trigger policy. I mean, granted, they don't really have a way to like do things traditionally with Colossal here. So it may not even be policy. Yeah, we do see the light screen go up. Wicked Blow is going to get him to just under half. Surely we can do half. They do have Overgrowth. That's not great. And notably, Colossal's also faster than Primarina, but without them having policy triggered, it doesn't really do that much damage. Granted, we are Assault Vest, so that definitely helps. Goodbye. So the question is do we want to stay in with Urshifu here? And it really depends on what our opponent brings in. Like, Urshifu lines up pretty well against the rest of their team. You know, a little bit of recovery all around. So what does our opponent go for here? I think best case scenario would probably be... Hattering's not great. It's not awful, but it's not great for us. And I really, like, outside of Snorlax, I don't see a reason to preserve the Urshifu here. So I think Urshifu could do some pretty, like, I think there's a decent chance they have Snorlax in the back. And preserving Urshifu could be good for that. So we'll attack into the... What is Starfall into the Grimmsnarl? Man, I cannot think of actual Pokemon names today, and that's getting to me. Sucker Punch not gonna work because we switched out. We are gonna get that Starfall into the Grimmsnarl. Pretty good damage, all things considered. And we're going to see this Trick Room go up. That's fine. To be 100% honest, that is completely fine by me. So now we can fake out into the Hatterene and just Starfall down the Grimmsnarl. Sucker Punch into the Primarina. Not going to do too much. We do resist it. But they're just getting chip damage on their way out. Literally the Grimmsnarl... Oh, it was Sucker Punch, obviously. Yeah. I was going to say, I'm like, the Grimmsnarl moved before the Hatterene, but... Not a big deal there. What is their last one here? It's Conk. Well, that seems great. So now I can just quash this. And do I want to just Hyper Voice or do I want to Moonblast into the Conk? They could have Mach Punch here. So Quash is probably not correct. So we can just... I actually think going into Amoonguss here is fine. And then we can click Moonblast into the Conkeldurr. This seems fine. I don't hate this. But since it is Conkeldurr as their last, Urshifu has kind of done its job. Poison Jab, that's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Not what I was anticipating, but... oh well. So now Urshifu seems really important. So we'll just go into Sableye here. Notably, we can't put things to sleep because of Misty Terrain. That is something to keep of note here. So we're just going to Sludge Bomb into the Hatterene and Fake Out into the Hatterene. So the question is what is the item on Conk? And to be 100% honest, I could see Assault Vest, I could see Flame Orb. Flame Orb wouldn't be the worst thing, and Misty Terrain is just preventing it from getting its guts boost. Which, if that's the case, that's really great for us. Kind of wish it would have been a Snorlax in the back, but whatever. Well, that confirms it's not banned. How many more turns of Trick Room are there? This is the last turn. It's also notably the last turn of Misty Terrain. So we can protect here. I actually think going into Urshifu here seems fine. Amoonguss doesn't look awful on this board. Hopefully they go for like Expanding Force here, not Dazzling Gleam. Psyshock. Poison Jab, okay. So do you have Mach Punch on Conkeldurr? And it is Guts. That's good information to pick up there. So we're gonna Rage Powder here. No. No, that's not what I want to do. I think we need to take out the Laddering this turn. We do see the Mach Punch, which is enough to pick up the KO. That's unfortunate. I was hoping it wouldn't be, but this is the position we live in. Sludge Bomb not enough to pick up the KO, and Trick Room's going back up. That's kind of fine. It's like, whatever. And the Reflect's gone now. So that means Light Screen will be up this turn. So I think taking out the... If we just take out the Laddering this turn, then we're in an okay position. Not the best, but we are in an okay position. And this is probably just a Poison Jab into Amoonguss this turn. Man, that does a lot. Wonder if we can just stall this game out. And make them go down to their own burn. How much is this actually gonna do? Quite a bit. That does quite a bit of damage. So yeah, let's just fire off a Sludge Bomb. Go for another foul play here. I think Sableye might be able to win this, actually. Oh, they have Drain Punch. That's super unfortunate. But it's not enough to take out Amoonguss, so... a double up should be able to take him out next turn. They could protect next turn. Okay, this is the last turn of Trick Room. Meaning, this is like the last opportunity we have, but Sableye is faster than Conkeldurr. Amoonguss is slower, so either way, we are able to take them out. Had they protected there, then the next turn, Sableye is able to take them out with foul play, pending that they don't go down to burn. It would have been pretty close for them to go down. And if they don't protect, then Amoonguss takes them out before they get another Drain Punch off. Notably, it didn't really look like they had a way to deal good damage to the Sableye. Like, they had Poison Jab, but that was about it. So, pretty clutch game there at the end. Like, identified that Trick Room was their best mode that they could bring. Granted, that's basically their only mode, but Colossal never really got to do anything, and as a result, we kind of just took over the game from there. Letting Urshifu go down probably was not correct. Having a Rage Powder into... Had we gone for Rage Powder into Wicked Blow and not let Trick Room go back up, then we can bring in Sableye and just continue to assault them. But I'm not sure if that game would have ended differently had that actually gone that way. Because in that instance, there's a chance we lose Amoonguss. But I don't think so in all actuality. The fact that, Hatterene and Conkeldurr were both immune to Spore there in the end game as well was pretty annoying in all actuality. The fact that as soon as Misty Terrain went off, their Flame Orb activated, I didn't realize that's how that immediately worked. I figured it would have activated on the next turn, and if that was the case, we could have put him to sleep, obviously. And with with Hatterene having Magic Bounce, that means we can't put it to sleep. So, man, bunch of Trick Room today. So we see Hatterene, Alola Whack, Liepard, Thwacky, Scrafty, and Meowstic Female. Okay. What's the play? What is the play? I think the play is to take Liepard out turn 1. And I think the way we do that is with Sableye, Urshifu. Primarina can deal with Scrafty and Alola Whack. And then, I mean, Charizard doesn't look awful. We have to watch out for Intimidate on Scrafty. Do I like it more than Duraludon, though? I don't think so. I think I like Charizard more. Maybe just the redirection with Amoonguss is actually better. It's interesting that we have this Copa Berry on Amoonguss, and we've never actually had an instance where it has come up in the three videos that we've played with this team. Because we've just seen a bunch of Trick Room here at the end of Series 6, and that's kind of surprising, to be honest to you. Not what I anticipated, but definitely where we're at. So this lead is pretty annoying in all actuality. Most likely what I see happening here is them Dynamaxing the Hatterene, going Max Guard and Copycatting. That is typically what this lead does. I think it's actually smarter for our opponent if they don't do that, though. And instead, they just click Dazzling Gleam here. But let's just take this Liepard out. Just gonna withdraw. Are they going into Alola Whack? No, going into Scrafty. That's even better, actually. Maybe? Do they Dynamax, though? Yeah, they do. They do commit the Dynamax here. Maybe this is just a Starfall into Urshifu. Well, I guess it would be Smite, and if it's Smite, that's going to be annoying, especially because we're going to lose Urshifu if that's the play. Eject button, okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down, opponent. This is probably Sash. It is. That's really annoying. Because that means that next turn they can just do it all over again. All while we are down Urshifu. Smart play from our opponent. Identifying that we would target down the Liepard. So this is going to be a really interesting play. And I don't know if it's 100% correct, but it's the play I'm going to make. So Copycat copies the last move used. So I'm going to click Fake Out. And this seems really weird, and I completely understand why it seems weird. But I think it's the correct play. Because if they copy Fake Out, it's going to go into Sableye, not do any damage, and more importantly, they're not going to get Trick Room up. So if that's the play, I think I like Geysering into... Actually, what if we just Overgrowth into Liepard as well? Like, we had to hit through Confusion for this to actually work, but I think it's the correct play. And that seems really bizarre to click Fake Out on a turn it's not going to do anything, but what it's doing is making it where our opponent doesn't do anything if they do what their team is supposed to do. We do see the Max Guard. Come on, Sableye. Come on, Sableye! You had one job this game, dude. Yep. Yeah, had that actually worked, Liepard wouldn't have done anything and would have just died this game. That's really unfortunate. But now they only have one turn of Dynamax left. But it is... I mean... It is a Dynamax Hatterene. That's really annoying. Not quite how I saw this game going, but... Confusion is so annoying. I think I would rather play against Sleep than play through Confusion. Thwacky. This is bizarre. I'm gonna foul play the Thwacky and Starfall into the Hatterene. So what this is going to do is get rid of grassy terrain. Pending that we don't just get taken out here. Like, Grassy Glide does do a ton. We're gonna eat our Roselia Berry. Please live this. I doubt we do. This is so much damage. Sableye, come on, man. Like, I honestly wish this was Focus Sash on the Sableye. Or even like on the Urshifu as well. Like, had we had the Focus Sash on either of them this game, it would have been better. I mean, I guess if it was Focus Sash on Sableye, it still would have died there because it hit itself in Confusion the turn before. But like, I don't see us winning this game now because we can bring out a Mungus, but it doesn't do anything here. Rage Powder doesn't work against Thwacky. Spore doesn't work against either of their Mons. And Sludge Bomb, like, sure, it can hit them super effectively, but they have priority, and they're slower than us. So, like, we have to somehow have Primarina live this turn when we saw how much a single Grassy Glide did. So, I don't see how we win this game, but... let's hope and pray. Yeah, unfortunately, Grassy Glide's just enough to take us out. And we probably are going to see an expanding force from the Laddering. Granted, it's not terrain boosted, but it still is a ton of damage. So, just really unfortunate. Like, we lost this game because we hit ourselves in confusion twice. And had we not hit ourselves either of those times, I think we could have won this game. Especially on the Sableye. Had Sableye not hit himself there and Trick Room not have gone up, I think we would have easily been able to win this game. But, you know, that's just one of the downsides of playing against Laddering. Like, G-Max Might is annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I would rather play against Ally Switch and Sleep both more than G-Max Might. That move is absolutely obnoxious. But it can win you games. When it works, it wins. So that's the secret behind it. It's a blast to play with when it works. But when it doesn't, like, even on the other side of, when it doesn't work, it's irritating because when you play against it, it seems to always work. But when you play with it, it never does. So it's frustrating either way. But we're just gonna move on and recover and might be able to belly drum some. So Grimmsnarl, PZ, Dracovish, Clef, and Teleon Butterfree. So PZ Clef is pretty standard of a lead here. And I really like Amoonguss Charizard for that. Actually, what if we just go Amoonguss Urshifu? Does that even accomplish anything? What if we do this? With Free Marina and Urshifu in the back. Actually, I want Sableye in the back because both Inteleon and Dracovish do not like having Sunny Day up. I think having Sableye for the lead and the potential that they lead either Dracovish or Inteleon is more important than having Amoonguss redirect up front here. Because PZ doesn't threaten Duraludon for the most part. We're able to do a bunch of damage with it. Unfortunately, we're not Assault Vest, which is the go-to PZ answer. We're gonna see Grimmsnarl and Clefairy here as a lead, while Duraludon just looks great. Question is what is this Grimmsnarl doing? It's not Prankster. That means this is offensive Grimmsnarl. That's interesting. More importantly, that means that it's not gonna trick us here. Does that mean it's Dynamaxing? That's the real question. Do I fake out the Clef or the Grimmsnarl? I think taking care of Clef is more important here, just so that our attacks are going to do more in the future. This is interesting. I was not anticipating Frisk on the Grimmsnarl, that's for sure. So let's see what our Gigantamax Duraludon can actually do for us today. We're going to see the Dynamax from the Grimmsnarl. Granted, I'm assuming it's Grimmsnarl. It could be Clefairy, but that's pretty unlikely. Yeah, so I'm just going to, like, they're going to most likely G-Max snooze us, and that's not going to do anything because I'm just going to set up electric terrain next turn. And we're going to get this defense boost from the Steel Spike here, so we're actually going to take a little less damage from this Grimmsnarl too. So whatever they bring out here is what I'm going to max lightning into. Yeah, that's fine. Really, snooze doesn't give you a thing saying your team is drowsy? That's weird. Gonna bring out Inteleon too. I'm just gonna max lightning that. I'm gonna quash it too. Just stop it from potentially doing anything. Like, protecting here doesn't do anything because I'm targeting into the non-Dynamax Mon. So we get electric terrain up. Yeah, I don't see any reason this won't work. I'm hoping this works the way I want it to. It should. If it works exactly like Yawn does, it should. Sash? No sash, too. Okay. Well, I feel like we're in a pretty good position now. Sure, snooze away. Sableye tanks that, thanks to even still, like the +1 defense there. I don't think really mattered, to be 100% honest with you. I think we would have lived that regardless. And then here, I can just depletion. Actually, I'm just gonna Steel Spike the Grimmsnarl and set up Sunny Day. Like, if they want to Fishes Rend me, that's completely fine. They could have Dragon Tail, which would be annoying, but we're going to +2 defense here. This is interesting. This game is played out really weird. But I think our lead was just basically as perfect as can be. Switching to having the Sableye up front here has been huge for us. Well, that tells me it's not Scarf on the Dracovish. But we are going to get the +2 defense. Man, that does so much. Drillodon, you were busted, my dude. Absolutely busted. Where's his Starfall going? Drillodon? Yeah, whatever. Don't care. Nice. Crit through and still wasn't able to pick up the KO. More importantly, got rid of electric terrain, but that doesn't matter. Because when they used the second snooze, we were already considered drowsy, and so it wouldn't have taken effect. So this is just fine. Here we can go for Flash Cannon to the Grimmsnarl. And we'll just quash the Dracovish so it doesn't get the boost from Fish's Rend. Oh! Those defense boosts coming in clutch. This has been a really good game to end this team out on. I've really enjoyed what this team has been doing. Yeah, that does actual nothing. So now we can bring in Primarina here and click Moonblast, and that should be game. Yeah, and we'll Quash as well. Why not? No Protect. I just don't see any way this Dracovish is able to actually deal with us, especially when, you know, it's KO'd. But even before knocking it out, I just didn't see a way where it was going to be able to reasonably pick up KOs there. Between the Quash support of Sableye, the fact that we had Misty Terrain up so their Dragon moves were, the Dragon move damage was reduced, and we were able to, like it was a 1v3, so even if we weren't quashing them, we were going to be hitting them with Foul Play, or if we had a Mungus out, like Sludge Bombing them, that still would have done pretty significant damage. Dracovish not known for its bulk, so that is going to wrap up my time with Series 6. Next week, Carl is going to be back with, if it's the team where I'm thinking we're going to play, it's a pretty spicy one. Pretty excited to see it out and played, and I'm excited for it. So if you all are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Ring the bell for notifications when new stuff goes live. With everything going on between Draft League and the Crown Tundra and Laddering, we should be having videos go live every single day of the week for the foreseeable future. Past that, go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. If you are new here, make sure you join the subscriber Discord. We have that link down in the show notes as always. And come on over, drop off a team in the Team of the Week submissions page, and potentially see your team played on air. So thank you all very much. Have a good one. Peace.